Welcome back to Rob Schmidt Tonight. Trump's lawyers and the DOJ meeting with the special master today for the first time, and the Trump team apparently not very happy about how it went. The special master Judge Raymond Dearie pushing Trump's lawyers about whether they had any evidence that Trump declassified documents that were taken during the raid on Mar-a-Lago. Trump's team refused to do that, arguing that if Trump is indicted at some point, they could be giving away their case against a rogue DOJ with a political agenda. The special master, which Trump's team actually requested themselves, ended up taking sides with the DOJ on this, stating the government has provided evidence of classification. The special master will help decide which of those documents seized at Mar-a-Lago should be kept from the DOJ's criminal probe. And Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, joins us now here on the set. It's good to have you on. This is a bit in the weeds. It's lawyer stuff. It's not good television traditionally. But what exactly is, it's like a newspaper story. But what exactly is happening here?
Yeah, we'll try and break it down and to make it maybe a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not my case, but what we had hoped for with a special master is that they would take these documents and they would be the arbiter. They would be the middle person that would basically mediate the issue, which is a very basic issue that's governed by the Presidential Records Act. Now, the Department of Justice filed this crazy raid pretending it's all these criminal actions because it's around the corner to November. And this is what we like to call an October surprise, which we've seen before. So realistically, he had broad range to do this. They asked for a special master to come in and say, you're not going to give us the documents. The special master should look at the documents. So let the special master review them and go through what is allowed to be personal records and what isn't. The special master today said, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to look at classified documents. It's a little tricky.
So, I mean, they're asking, he wants the proof that this was all declassified.
Right.
What is the argument that, I mean, the argument is that they don't want to give anything away, that they don't, if there's an indictment is.
First of all, it's the same argument as any case, and I would never go into the details of any case given privilege. But I will tell you this. Why is it that somebody cannot even give you the affidavit and the reasons behind their suit, but then they want you to reveal everything that you have as proof and hide and show your cards? It's just stupid. Right. It doesn't make sense. So it's always a dance with all the judges. But I did find it surprising that he wouldn't actually look at the classified documents, which was the entire purpose of having a special master.
And you've asked, let me pull this up here. You've asked the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals to reject the DOJ's attempt to continue reviewing documents that they seized from Mar-a-Lago. The federal judge in Florida had stopped the DOJ from doing that, so they're not doing it now. They're not able to look over it. They're trying to fight that until the special master finishes the review. I mean, they want to be able to continue looking through this as this whole process goes on. A lot of the way that the DOJ is behaving, obviously, is suspect.
Right. And it's all, when that Judge Cannon did a great job of pushing this till November 30th in terms of them proceeding with anything, said, look, we're giving a November 30th deadline for the special master to do his thing. Well, that's a problem if you're politicizing an agenda, because the November midterms will come and go and they will not get done what they want to do, which is basically try and take down Donald Trump. That's my opinion, but it is what it is. And that's why they're pushing. They're appealing. They're panicking. This is what happens. This is not what the DOJ is supposed to do. This is not what the FBI is supposed to do. But that is what I think is happening.
And this Raymond Dearie, which was a decision made by somebody on the Trump team, wanted this special master, turned out to be a bad choice.
We don't know that yet. Judges are under a tremendous amount of pressure when they get a case that's very political. It can go one of two ways. They can either try and do what's in the case law, or they can try and actually appear to be very opposed to the side that they're afraid the press will attack. Remember, these judges are human beings. They don't want to be in the press. They just want to apply case law. And some of them don't, and some of them appear to be harsher when they don't necessarily have to be. So I'm not ready to judge him yet. I think today he showed a little bit of white gloves, which makes me nervous when you're not willing to get in the weeds on this.
Okay. Alina Habba, Trump's attorney, thank you so much for joining us. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.